we understood how to create models. But these models in Snowflake are becoming a table, right? Every time I am seeing the first model is also table, this is also table, this is also table, everything is table, sir. What if I want to create a view? Can I have that option? Yes, guys, I will say yes. Just wait, okay? This is where materialization comes into picture. If you want to create views on top of that, or if you want to create incremental stuff, we have that option. Then that is known as materialization in dbt. Materialization are strategies for persisting dbt models in a warehouse. There are 4 types of materialization built in dbt. Those are views, tables, incremental, where only new or updated records are added into a table, and ephemeral. These are CTE based on no tables which are added to the databases. Okay, now let me show you where I can see this materialization. Okay, for that I need to go to my dbt project.yaml file, and here you can see inside my example folder I am having an option called materialized. Okay, and as of now it is mentioned table. That's why it is creating tables. Okay, if I mention this as views, it will start creating views for that. We can change this to even views, incremental and ephemeral as well. We will cover them in a few minutes, but first you should know that in dbt project.yaml we have this materialized option where we can specify the type of materialization we want to perform on that specific folder. Now let's try create a view. As you can see, whatever will be there in my example folder, it will go as a table. That's the reason in the example folder I am having these 2 files and as well as these 2 files, and everything is becoming table. Now what I will do is I will create a new folder. I will click on new folder and I will name this view. I will name this as view demo. Here I am having this view demo. Okay, now let's create another file. I will say this stage_v_customers.sql, and I will create this. Click on create, and now I will add my select statement here. Okay, I had added my select statement. Okay, now I will just hit run and I will just say dbt run -s, and then I will mention this .sql and I will hit run, and perfect, guys, it had ran my customer SQL which I had created in my view demo folder. Let's go and see if this time it had created a view or not. Now I can see my view as well. Inside the view folder I am having the view. Okay, let's check the YAML file, and here you can see one thing. If you had noticed it, that's really good. But if you hadn't noticed it, I want to tell you that it hadn't created any folder, right? If you can see, for example, it had created the materialized, and inside that it mentioned table. That's why we got the tables. Okay, but it hadn't created any kind of folder saying this kind of things, that my view demo and my materialization is view. It is not having any folder. Then how and why it created the view in the first place? How it understood that he needs to create a view? Because there was no folder like this view demo in my file, right? So why it had created this view automatically for me? So I want to tell you that by default the behavior of all the SQL scripts is views. Okay, here in the example folder we had hard coded that materialized should be table. So whatever there in the example folder will be created as the table, but in the view it is not created anything. So by default dbt only create views. Make sense? Perfect. So now we know 2 kind of materialization. First is tables, second is views. Okay, but there is another question which coming in my mind, guys, and it should also come in your mind as well. The question is, okay sir, in example folder we had mentioned the table, and every file in the example folder will create a table in Snowflake. Okay, we understand that. But what if I want a view in the example table? Can't I do that? Do I need to create another folder for that? The simple answer is no. You can do that using a function called config. Okay, let's create that and see that in action. What I will do is, inside the example I will create a new file and I will name it as vconfig customer, let's say .sql, and I will just copy paste this code. I will just copy paste this code, and now, as you know, inside my example folder whatever the file will be present is created as table, But I don't need this table now. I need to convert this into view inside my example folder only. So here comes the configs, guys. So what I will do is dbt provide us a function called config, where you can literally mention this config and you can say materialized is equal to view. And if you do that, it won't care what you had mentioned in the YAML file. It will override that materialized behavior for this specific file. Let's see that in action. I will save this file. I will click on Control S and then I will say dbt run -s and then I will say v underscore config underscore customer.sql and I will hit run. And it had ran successfully. Now let's see if the new view naming vconfig customer is created in the Snowflake or not. I will just refresh it and here you can see the view which we had created inside the example folder. So what happens is the precedence for the file is always greater than the precedence for this dbt project.yaml file. If you had mentioned config inside your SQL file, it will always be given the precedence and whatever mentioned there will be created. But if you don't mention this, it will only create a table for this. Okay, let's see that as well quickly. I will again say dbt run -s and I will again mention v config customer.sql and I will hit enter. And this time, as I had disabled, it should create a table. And see guys, it had created the table now. Cool. I hope now this makes sense to you, how we can take care of the precedence, how we can create the files, and how we can create the folders and mention the precedence based on our requirements. Now let's move to the third type of materialization, which is incremental. Incremental is also same as mentioning the configs. For that, I will again create a new file and I will say this file as v incremental customers.sql and I will save this file. Perfect. For incremental, we again need to use config. So I will say config and I will mention materialized is equal to incremental. Perfect. So this is the first step. Okay. So it's the same way we had done for view, same way we will go to incremental. So what incremental does is, as the name suggests, it will only load the data incremental. What earlier is happening is, whenever we are running dbt run command, okay, it is literally dropping the table and it is recreating the table from scratch. Okay, so it is going every time full refresh, which is not optimal approach, right? We cannot have a full refresh. Suppose you are having a 10 billion records data table, you can't just go for a full refresh every time. It will be very time consuming and it is not an optimized and best practice to do. For that, they had given incremental materialization option. What I will do is, after mentioning the incremental one, I will first create a select statement. I will say select star from, I will just copy paste. And now I need to mention the parameter as curly braces modulus and I will say if is incremental. If it is incremental, then I need to mention some condition on the basis of which it will fetch the incremental data, right? So I will say where updated at is equal to, I will just select the max value of updated at from this upper query. So for that, dbt give us a very simple thing, just to mention this and it will automatically take this as a reference. Okay. So now I had opened my if statement and I now need to close the if statement as well. So it's very important to open and close the if. So I had mentioned and if, and that's pretty much about incremental. We just mention our query, okay, and on top of that we mention our config, then we mention a parameter stating if component, and we will mention our condition on the basis of which we are deciding the incremental data flow, and that's pretty much. And I will just save this one, Control S, and I will just run this first one, dbt run -s. I will say vincr customers.sql and it started running. and perfect. It had ran successfully. Now what I will do, I will first see the table. Here is my table. I will just query this table. I will remove this and I will just mention this inside here and I will just hit enter. And here is my initial data. Okay, this is not incremental one. This is an initial data, and the updated date for this data is 5th of April. Okay, now what I will do is I will insert some entries in the source table. For this table, the source table is this table, dim customer. So I will make some inserts in the dim customer table. Here I had mentioned the insert script for my dim customer table. I will just hit enter. And I had inserted the 10 records inside my dim customer table, right? Now what I will do is I will mention other column as current timestamp, because I hadn't inserted the updated add column. If you see, I had only inserted till sign up column, and the last column is updated add, which is null. So I will say current timestamp, current timestamp as updated underscore add. And this time it will only be inserting the new records which came into the system, and it won't be going to recreate the table this time. And it ran successfully. Now if I go and just hit run on this select query, I will notice today's date data as well, which I just inserted 10 records. This is how dbt works with incremental stuff. Cool? Makes sense? Perfect. But sir, there is another question coming into my mind. I will say, okay, tell me. Then what if some rows got updated? The new records are coming and we are saying materializes is equal to incremental and it is working fine. Okay, it is pulling the new records. We are okay with this. But what if I had updated a record? In that case, how it will handle this thing? Will it create a new entry or will it start doing some updation? My answer is it will only go for updation if we mention a new property here. We will just add a comma and we will say here, I need to ensure that if the data is incremental or if my primary key is same, then do some things. Okay, if I mention this unique key is equal to customer SK, it will see two things. If the record is coming, it will go for incremental one. But if the record is already existing, that's how it is identifying using this primary key of customer SK. If my customer SK is already present, this means this record was already present and it just need to update it. So by mentioning this unique key is equal to customer SK, it is actually going for upsert. Okay, it's actually working as a merge operation. Okay, this is the another important to note thing, guys. Cool. Last one is an ephemeral model. Ephemeral model in dbt is a materialization strategy that does not create any physical table or view in the database. Okay, instead dbt compiles its SQL and injects it as a CTE, and directly you can use into downstream models for referencing them, as we had just seen using ref function, and it helps you keep the data structure clean and organized. Let's see that as well in action. I will go and I will create a new file. I will say v ephemeral and then I will say customers and I will name it as SQL and I will click on create and perfect. I will here say, hey, config mention my materialized as ephemeral. Okay, it mentioned ephemeral. Now I will just say select star. I will just select this table, dim customers. And I will say select star. And ideally, if it is not ephemeral, it will be creating a view or table or incremental stuff as you had already seen. But now I had mentioned ephemeral. If I just run this, you will not see any table with v ephemeral customer in my Snowflake. Let's let it run it and I will show you. And here it ran successfully. Now if I go to my Snowflake and if I hit refresh, I am not able to see any ephemeral table, right? Now we understood that ephemeral table is not something which are physically created in Snowflake as a tables or views. It is something which dbt only compiles it as a SQL, so we can use this using reference function in other SQL files.